Abhishek?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please continue the session.
Yes, sure, sir. So, good evening, everyone. We will be continuing our class, which we left behind so many weeks. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, today, we will be learning of conditional statements in Python. So, do you guys remember what and all we learned last classes? Do any one of you remember what we learned in the last classes?
Yeah, we learned about functions.
Functions and we learned about functions, errors, then after about string variations and all. Today, we'll be learning about conditionals. So, by saying the name of this operator called conditionals, state it's like option to choose between. So, the first condition in Python is the if condition. It's the first condition of a program which it should pass through. If a condition is assigned in the if conditional, it should pass first, then after we'll be proceeding. So for example, for n has 5 and if n is greater than 2, it will be printing as larger than 2. So if this n, if the number gets filled, if it is like 1 or 0, it will be like going to a error called syntax error. So to avoid that, we will be providing another condition called the else statement, where it's the second option. Here it is 0 instead of 5 and it goes error. But if we have this else statement, we will be moving to the next one, will giving like invalid number or stuff like that. So to acquire the thing about this is that it's the second condition to be gone through. If the first condition goes wrong or false, it will be moving to the section called else. If it gets true, then it will be executed at the first time, then it will be over else statement. So we can see an example is greater than print and dive. It's about diving. After if else it will print, you should not. It's the second option. It should go. So it will be printed as can drive condition get.
Your voice is
It will be
breaking.
Abhishek,
just
your voice is not audible properly. I think you are facing some internet issues.
yes, sir.
Yeah, please
So
sit down.
my
Uh,
yes, sir.
okay.
Okay. So if age is equal to 16 wrong because of this a variable is assigned to some other number below 8, like below 18, 16, it will be like going to print as it should drive. It's the second condition. Third condition, which is the master of all, is the else condition. So we are like dealing with conditional statements which has three in it: if, else, and else. Elf is the last one, and it is that you can use elf like 3 times or 2 times. It has some limits. You can use if, else, and elf whenever you want. If you want elf to be used 2 or 3 times, you can. So elf is the third condition you should pass through. If the first condition goes wrong, it will go into the second condition, else. In the code as preferred, if the code has if, else, and lastly elf, it will be moving through that structure. But here we have a code which has like if, else, and else. So here it says that weather is sunny. If weather is rainy, then we're gonna print as bring umbrella. But here the situation is it's sunny. So it's gonna fail and gonna move to the next condition, the first elf. Here the weather is sunny. So it's gonna print bring sunglasses. So here it gets true because the weather is sunny and the elf statements provides it's sunny to print as bring glasses. So the program will be executed. But in some other codes, this sunny will be at the bottom where you will be just seeing the snow statement at the second top. In that time, here instead of sunny, if there was snow, then we'll be moving to the next where instead of this snow in this place there would have been sunny. So you can use elves 2 or 3 times, but you can also use if, else, and elf at the 3 times. Okay, did you get these conditionals? Guys, did you get the topic of conditionals?
Yes.
Any doubts?
No. No.
Okay, we'll be moving forward with dealing with these conditionals like gates. So this here dealing gates in programming languages. In programming language, in this coding, gates are used to like handle true or false boolean operators, whether to its a logical operation where you give a statement as true and in the other hand based on the situation false. So to deal with these situations there are like mainly three gates, but furthermore which is like not so much used, it's a rare one which is not provided here. We'll just move to the first one. So the first gate is the AND gate, where and you have a situation where you can just go to both sides. In that time, in programming language, if you have a condition which can be accessed in either ways, you can move forward with AND. Here in this AND concept, what we see is that it expects both conditions either side of AND to be true. It states that both the sides should be true. Then it is gonna recognize as it's an AND gate and will be executing the program. We'll see this example. S is equal to 58. If S is less than 60 and is S is greater than 50, then it's gonna print a grade C. So here as we see that S58 is lesser than 60 and 58 is greater than 50. So here we use this gate and where both the sides gets true in their comparisons. So it will be executing this statement as fully conditional to be positive. In the other gate, which is OR, it's the opposite. It expects both either of the condition to be true. Basically, both cannot be false. if like a side, if a side of 2 is true, it's okay. But if the two side are also like negative or false, it can not gonna accept it. That operator or the gate is called the OR gate. Here in the example, we have age is equal to 12, and if age is greater than 16, or if age is lesser than 16, and or age is greater than 200, what we see is that this condition gets true and this gets false. It's okay because we are using the OR gate. It will print can't drive because of the age here. So this is the function of the OR gate. In the AND gate, you need both the sides to be true. It will be worked out, and in OR gate, you should get a side to be true, and it will crack it. So next is the NOT gate, which is the third gate, is that if both of the conditions are false or negative, it will take as true. This will flip the original result of the condition. If it was true, then it show false. It's like if not 3 is lesser than 1, print something will not be printed. Okay, what do you guys understand from these 3 gates? Can anybody else provide an example of real world entity using these gates?
Can you explain not again?
Okay, so basically we'll take this example. If not 3 is greater than, is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If not 3 is greater than 1, it's gonna print this statement. But here we are using the NOT gate, which will be not printed. Is that it will be like if it will be true, then it will show false. If it is false, it will be showing the true. Like if you are true in a situation, it will be showing it's a false. If you are false in a situation, it will be showing the true one. Did
Thank
you understand?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys learned about these 3 gates, right? I want you guys to like say some world entities based on this, the gate and, or, and not.
Can you repeat your question again?
The question is that give me some world entities based on these 3 gates. Any ideas? I'm asking this question make you guys fully understand about these gates because it's very important thing. So you learned about functions, right? In that functions also, not only about calling a function, declaring a function, or using arguments and stuff. You will use mainly these gates as when you are making some what habit tracker or a quiz. So many things. This gate will be useful. I want you guys to suggest some real world entities based on this.
For I don't know for and not. I can I tell only for or.
Yeah.
Like for or, I should give another example.
Yeah.
like we can give it as like we can give for the food, like we can give ill, like if we are ill and if we are not ill, so now we will give the food. Then if you are ill, you can have this, you can have this food. If you are not ill, you can have this food, like that also we can give.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
tell for the
For
not
the,
one?
Yeah.
So, like for not, we can take any places where you travel, like you're in a, like you take a Bangalore, you will be in Bangalore, then you actually will not be in the Bangalore, but you show the exact, you give the information like it's not in Bangalore, but when we use not, it shows that not Bangalore means if we are in Bangalore, it is a false thing, and for false, it shows a true thing that we are not in Bangalore.
What about and, Kate?
yeah, yeah. For and we can give like if the age is 25 and the salary is like 50 or yeah 50, and you are eligible for a loan, and if the age is below than that and the salary is below the margin line, then print as you are not eligible for the loan.
Yeah, good. So now I know you guys understood. So next we'll be moving to the very, very important thing. So next in the furthermore classes, you will be like learning try and accept methods in Python, where you will be needy of these operators, which is greater than, lesser than, that you know, and this greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, and is equal to, and it's not equal to. So basically, when we are doing math, we'll be using this signs, but in programming languages, we use different. If it is greater and also equal to, we'll be using this sign. And in the other hand, if it is lesser than and is also equal to, then you will be using this sign. But in programming, what in coding, you will be using two equals to indicate that you're gonna like give or produce some value. So then after, if in normal math we'll be using a slash or a equal to slash, it indicates that it's not equal. But in programming we use exclamatory mark and a equals to, which indicates it's not equal. Then we'll be moving to loops. Okay, so loops is a very interesting thing, is that you're gonna say to the computer to print a set of what? A set of values or a subject or statements. So it's gonna print that, or it's gonna define that. So there are two main loops in looping, which are while loop and for loop. They're made different, which are quite like interesting on their basis of their purpose. First, we'll be moving to the while loop, where in simple, until it gets true, it's not gonna stop. So if you give a number, one, and if you add the while loop, and you're gonna, let's just type as 1, n is lesser than 100. This is the main situation at the current, because 1 is already lesser than 100 in the variable. So here gonna just do one what I increment here using this sign, and until it gets reaches 100, from 1 2 3 etc till 100, it's gonna print 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 etc until it reaches 100. This is the speciality of while loop. But in the other hand, in the for loop, is that you provide a set of list or a statement to be printed at a particular number of time. So it's gonna print that much. So the number of time you're gonna give that declare or the statement is called range. Range It's not indicated here. A range is that you give how many number of time it should be printed. So here is a list of fruits of apple, banana, and orange. So for fruits, in all fruits, which is the variable, we're gonna print fruit. So it's gonna print apple, banana, and orange. But here we saw that it's 1 and we want to get it to 100. Then it will be like printing to get the statement fully cleared out to become true. But in for loop, in this case, we will be just defining or printing the limited amount that the user gives. Did you guys understand this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, no need to
Abhishek,
explain
one
this one.
second. Abhishek, in for loop you are
Yes, sir.
given the variable name all fruits, but print you are given the only fruit. What is the difference between these two variables? For loop you are
Yes,
using
sir.
the variable name all fruits, but here in the print options you are given only fruit variable. It's possible.
Yes, sir, it's possible. So,
Oh.
sir, we'll look at these two examples.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. So we have heard in Python about called a word called index. Index is a thing that if apple,
No,
banana, and
I'm not
orange,
asking about
it's
the index,
gonna.
I'm asking about the variable.
So instead of for I in range, for I in all fruits, it's gonna we are gonna write here fruit instead of
Okay,
I.
okay. Okay,
I
okay.
is this thing.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So thank you, sir. In this thing, if we are not just providing fruit and just gonna go in mathematical, just we're gonna print like write as for I in range and the user preferred number. This is the use of range. In this is the part, a side part of this code, which is removed here and kept. So there is no differences in between these two codes. This is the range code, which is like replaced with fruit and in all fruits, which is like index replaced and the variable is replaced with it. So next we'll be moving to the jumping statements, which are mainly like a set breakers or a speed breakers in looping. Is that break is a jumping statement. First, you should know what is a jumping statement. Jumping statements is that you're running a loop. You should get the control flow to some other side. So in that, to make that control to borrow or to take some other side, we're gonna use jump statements. Mainly in jumping statements, there are two jumping statements, which are break and continue. Both are very needy for the looping statements. So first, break have a grocery list of 10 items. In the store, you're gonna get 5 items and you're gonna quit and just go back to your home. That's the scenario of break in programming language. Is that you have scores of 34, 67, 99, and 105. So for S, which is the index in scores, the variable, if S is greater than 100, then it's gonna print invalid. Then just gonna stop that loop and it's gonna end the full loop, even if the total operation is not like concluded. The whole topic about break is that you still have 5 items to pick in the store, but you're gonna just pick 5 items and quit there, and the other 5 items are not that just kept there. So in this scenario, break is used in looping statements or in for or while loop in these cases. But in the other hand, continue is not like if you want like all the 10 items, but you don't want the fifth item. So you're gonna get 1 to 4 items. Then after you're gonna skip the fifth item and gonna continue with the other items you wanna pick up. So I want some 4 groceries and I don't want the fifth one. Then after I'm gonna continue with the other 5. But here you will be not seeing if you want only 5 things but not other 5, you still want, but you're gonna not pick it, you're just gonna end the program. But in continuous that if you want to just specifically to pick like leave something, you're gonna leave that and continue with the next iteration. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we'll be just moving forward. This is infinity loops. It's not so much mattered, is that it's same like while loop used in. It's not so much mattered. We'll be moving to the list methods. So may I know in common what is a list?
A list means it contain some items.
Yeah, it's a collection of some elements or item. So we have some kind of list to be like to have to contain some items. So here we'll be moving with codes. We won't be able to figure it out with only theory. We'll be coding with and all. Okay, so how many of you guys use VS Code, Visual Studio Code? Only 3. Okay.
1 second, Kruti and Gouda. Why you are not using the VS Code? Vandana, you are not
Sir, yeah,
using.
I have
Yes, sir.
Then,
Currently, we
that.
are not.
why you are not raising your hands? Kampo also.
I have raised.
Uh, okay. Okay. Abhishek,
Yes.
continue.
So some others, I guess 2 or 3 members don't know how to like they don't have VS Code in their PC.
Be-
So to get VS Code, you're gonna just search for VS Code, download. Then after it's gonna lead to its official website, and you're gonna go into that website and choose Windows. When you install that package, you can go to your downloads and install it. And the scenario of this VS Code will be like this. But VS Code is a platform where you will be using multiple programming languages, multiple languages at a one compiler. So VS Code is a compiler. So mainly now we are using Python. So you should install a Python package from Microsoft Store. I recommend Python 10.5 is that when you guys are furthermore upgrading to levels in Python, you mainly need 10.5 because as I am in like the higher levels, I face so many issues with these Python packages. So I mainly prefer Python 10.5, which
Abhishek,
is
please show to them
intermediate.
how to install the
Yes, sir.
Python pages.
Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, so you guys just nothing to worry. You just gonna open your Microsoft Store and you're gonna type as Python. Then it will be providing this set of packages. But you want to specifically get it. But here is a catch that you're gonna get only older versions. But when you're searching in your browser, it will be a different thing. Want Python 10.5. As in my VS Code, I'm using Python 3.10.5. Yeah, it's 3.10.5. Okay, here's gonna click on this first link. If you're guys just programming and just what is the thing you write for Python, there are different kind of versions in it. So I'm using 3.10.5 where when I'm creating larger projects or very like high scaled projects, to compile that you need this 3.10.5. But if you're programming and doing for other kind of stuffs, so other versions are dedicated for that thing. So you're gonna go with official Python website, and here you can scale everything. So here what I'm using is mainly of security. So the latest version is still there, 3.16. So you can get here these versions and you can install it. After you install, what you will be getting some errors. Is that when you install a Python package, you should like when you install it, your in your system will be not always recognizing it. It will be like you should go to the environment variable, system environment, where gonna click on this system environment, and here you should upload something like called the path. So or you may wonder what is the path. So if I'm going to this file and just click on this, this is the path that I'm using. So I should paste that path here. So I will show that path. Yeah, here is that path. Here user, then after your programs Python 3.10, which is the path that I copied. If the path is installed, you can go to your PC, then after your operating system, then I'm gonna go with program files. Then here you will be getting Python. After you install that package, there will be a different what folder for Python. Then after you're gonna copy that path and gonna come back here in the environment variable and gonna click on new and paste it. This method is not always compulsory. In some PCs, it will be just registering on its own. But when you're facing this issue that you first here open this new VS code and just gonna type the code of Python, and you don't see anything these packages here at the side, and you will be no when you like run the code here, it will be showing some big issues, or it will be stating this blanky thing because you don't have a package. So first, when you are using VS Code for any language, programming language, VS Code is mainly suited for Python, Java, JavaScript, and also HTML, CSS, and more. So VS Code is the best compiler which is used all over the world. So first, in your whatever downloads documents, your preferred place, gonna create one main folder. In that folders, so here I'm gonna create my Python folder. Inside that, you're gonna store so many folders. So here I'm gonna go with some folders, and you have other folders. These folders are not always specifically wanted, but for my security of these folders, I have done it to make the complex simplicity of this thing. So when you want to like open a file or a folder, first you should open the file. If you are not opened a file or a folder and just start coding, it won't be executing if you have a package also. you will be having this explorer icon. Can click on it, and just here it's gonna show you and open a new folder or create a new folder if you haven't created. So I have created, so I'm gonna go with this top file and gonna click on this open folder. It's gonna lead to this coding. Gonna open this coding folder and select whatever preferred one. So I will be choosing one, and here will be your files and you can use that. But I have made so many folders, so I am gonna click it and select the folder. Here you will be getting this what these folders with all these files and codes. Okay, now we understood how to use everything in VS Code. But the catchy thing is that you need not need always a package for HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS are the programming languages which are built inside this VS Code. To see your output is that you're gonna just need one extension called live server to access your what code or to see your output. You can go to this section extensions, then just gonna search as live server and you're gonna install this because it's most needed. So when you install a package, for example, if Python package, you're gonna VS Code has this pre always if you are installed this, it will be pre-installed in your VS Code. This what um this Python environment, debugger, Python PyGlance, and all will be installed before because of this package. But for to access your output in HTML and CSS, you should need live server. But in there is another way. You can just go back to here where you got that file, where you stored that file. Just gonna open it, go to the preferred file and just gonna click on these icons. Then it will be opening the output in a browser. So for handy users, those who don't want to always open so many tabs, you can click on that index.html, whatever the preferred name you have, and gonna click on open live server. Then in your what server, in your for 2 seconds it will be opening whatever the code you have made. So to create a file you need this dot something. So may I know you guys, I know you guys know so many things about Python, but do you guys know HTML, CSS, and some other languages partially?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're creating a project which contains Python, HTML, CSS, and and a little JavaScript and its components. So to what to name that files, you're gonna instead of index.html, I can name something, but the name of the file should conclude with .html. Otherwise, if I won't conclude with that, it's gonna it's gonna take it as what? See, if .html, it's gonna go with another programming language file. See, if I am entering some other letters, it will be taking as text document. So to prefer that what file, you should enter the specific programming file. If it is for HTML, .html, for JavaScript, .js, and if it is for CSS, .jcss. Okay, and mainly to run the code, if you're mainly running the code for Python now, so it's very easy. Is that just gonna click on this on that particular folder. Okay, here is my file. It doesn't have any code. So hi. So this is my code. If I want to run it, you can go up to this top option called terminal and click on it and gonna click on this new terminal. Then this new compartment here will be opened. If you are gonna access a shortcut, you can just click on Control Shift and the what this iPhone one. So if you directly want to just access control this symbol, then after it's gonna directly give you this compartment. In this terminal, what you wanna do is that if you are using Python, you should type as py. Let me load it first. So I'm gonna open the terminal now. It has opened. Then after it's taking some time. So when it opens, right, you will see the path, whatever the folder you have stored. So you will see your operating system name where you have stored, like you have stored in downloads or documents. Then after it will be showing the main folder. Then after the subfolder like this, I've stored in the coding folder, in the sub Python folder, in that sub WeJump level 3, and this file name, the file folder name called L3234. Okay, this is my path. It's not so much necessary, but if gets wrong, you're gonna face so many problems. So now I have Python package. So I'm gonna type as Python and my file name.
Abhishek, your screen is not moving.
Oh, so is it now?
Now also. Otherwise, you can do one thing,
So is it now?
stop sharing and reshare it again. Yes.
Yes. Is my screen visible?
No.
Is it now? Here as Python, the file name .py, and just gonna click on enter. Then all the answers, not sorry, all the
Abhishek, one
output will
second.
be shown.
Abhishek, I
Yes, sir.
think the students are not getting this screen. A student, did you get this screen in the before 5 minutes back?
No, sir.
Mm.
No, sir.
Oh. Did you guys see how to upload a file
I think somebody's they
or
know
a
about that.
I will be explaining in the quick short time. Okay.
Okay.
So it will be coming to your specific folder, downloads or whatever document or stuff. Then you're gonna create the mega folder, means the main folder of all. So in that you're gonna, if you want, you're gonna just what gonna create subfolders. So they should maximum, when you're using VS Code, you should need 2 folders in it. So for my simplicity of this to handle, I've stored so many folders. So after you store some, so here you're gonna just leave it like this. come back to the VS Code and gonna click on this file option. Then you're gonna click on open folder. Then you're gonna go to that address, whatever you stored. So I stored in downloads coding, then after in something in others, in something here, and gonna select this. Then it gonna open this folder here. Then after, if then after this folder name and the files will be appearing. So then after, what's the specialty of VS Code is, right? If you're mainly using Python packages or some other packages also, you can switch here. So as this is a project of HTML, full pure HTML, I can't see my packages here. But to see your packages, means sorry, your output to be run, to like run your code of HTML to see your output, you should install this live server. How it works, right? This live server helps you to see your output. Click on mark in the whatever the file and open with live server, and it will be opening in your in your browser as like this, and it will be showing your computer host number and this file name. This is how you handle the outputs with your HTML files. But coming to the Python files, where yes, you need so many things to handle. Okay, so to run this is that you're gonna click on Control Shift this below the escape button. You will be seeing like a arrow, not a hyphen button, I guess. Then you're gonna click on this shortcut and you're gonna enter to a terminal. If you are like, if you want to click, just you're gonna go to terminal option and new terminal, and you're gonna click on this. Then your path will be shown, and to access, I have my Python package ready. So if you want to switch between, you can just click on it, and just I have for now two packages of the same Python. So I will be clicking on that. If you're using Java, JavaScript, Ruby, whatever the programming language, should specifically need that package to be fully worked. So I'm gonna click on Python and just gonna move forward. If you want to run a code of Python, just type as Python and the file name, and gonna enter it. Then after your like the outputs will be appearing. This is like it's a robotics project, so it's gonna take time. But for users, there is also another thing. You can just type as py app.py, means the file name. Then it's gonna open it. Okay, coming to the main part, which is this file name. So app is the file name, and it has a conclusion .py. It indicates that it is a Python folder. I mean, sorry, a Python file. If you want it, what HTML file, I'm gonna type the HTML file .html, and it's gonna indicate as HTML. If you want CSS, you're gonna just type .css. If you want JavaScript, you can just type as JS. Okay, like that you can indicate. So then after, you can preview with AI agents like GitHub. Do you know what is GitHub? Okay, GitHub is like a online platform where you can share codes in packages like a zip file, and you can publish it or directly like upload the code there. So there is a GitHub like a AI assistant where you can work with, and also it's not so much necessary, but you need the live server for HTML. You should know how to run the code, and if you click on this button right just above, cannot just run your code there. This button, when you click, it will be running your code. See, without always not entering Python and the file name. Okay, so freshers, did you get how to use VS Code? Any doubts in whatever we learned in conditionals, in what looping, jumping statements and stuff? Did you guys understand and have any doubts about it?
No doubt.
No doubts. Okay. Next class will be just further moving to an a hard topic inside list called index slicing. So it's very difficult but very easy, like a interesting one also. It's like a critical thinking topic. Thank you guys for listening. I will be sending some assignments in the group. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek, for your effective teaching.
Thank you, sir.
I think all the students understand the conditional statement operators and also comparison operators and loops.
Yeah. Yes,
Now,
sir.
try to complete your practical work, what Abhishek now we will send. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So, if you have any difficulties or facing some issues in while you are doing in the project, please ask Abhishek in the group. Personally, also you contact him. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Mm. Thank you. Kampo,
Yes, sir.
in the next class, before starting the class, you should be recapitulate the today's class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You.